Hey YouTubers, this is Joyful Helpmate. This video is going to be a little bit short because, as you can see behind me, I have a really messy kitchen to clean. But I wanted to do the next video in our Healthy Living series, and I think it's going to be one of the most important videos. It's really on my heart, so I'm just going to share it with you guys. Actually, you might find it ironic that as I do this series, I'm eating a piece of very unhealthy Domino's takeout pizza. But that actually ties in with what I'm going to talk to you guys about today. What I want to talk to you guys today about is priorities. And this is something that I have become really convicted about in my own life. And it's not been easy for me. So, yeah, I just want to share that with you guys. Basically, for me, healthy eating became an idol. I'm someone who loves to do absolutely everything or nothing at all. I'm someone who will get the house spotless or not clean it at all. I'm someone who would rather be the best Mary Kay salesperson who's doing it every day, or just quit altogether and not even try, which is what happened. I ended up quitting. That's another story. And because of that, when I started getting into healthy eating, I wanted to go gung-ho. I just started changing everything I ate. My grocery budget, which has always been really low, and we'll talk about that in another video, went up a lot because I was just well, I have to have everything healthy, healthy rice. I can't have that canned soup. I can't have, juice that hasn't been made by me in the blender. I have to buy a grain mill. I didn't, but thinking this is what I'm thinking, right? And I was just all at once, has to be everything, can't be halfway. And I started changing the recipes that my family eats. I was trying to feed them these insanely healthy breads that were soaked and all natural. And the thing is I am not a single woman. I'm not even a single mother. I'm part of a family unit. I am a spouse. And I'm supposed to be submitting to and following my husband and his vision for our family, but I wasn't, because I had latched onto this ideal of healthy living that was really important to me, and it's a good thing. Eating healthy is a good thing. And I wasn't considering, what does Jeremy see our family time being like? And I talked to him about it, and he was not really interested in pursuing healthy living right now. But because I was so passionate about healthy living, I basically just ignored that. And I tried to change his dinners less, but I was still messing with them, even though he told me, don't mess with my favorite meals. He just wants them normal, He's not really looking for that right now. But I was kind of well, you don't know what you're talking about. I know better. I'm going to fix the family, and it's just going to be perfect. And it became more and more and more of an idol in my life, to where I was just thinking about it all the time, talking about it all the time. It was my only interest. I spent all my time researching it. All my personal money was going towards health stuff. And it's not wrong to have a passion. It's not wrong to be pursuing something or excited about something. But when it's taking precedence over peace in your marriage, or when you spend more time researching health than you do thinking about the Lord, you have an idol. And I had an idol. I have an idol that I'm overcoming right now. And so after talking with Jeremy, I realized the way I'm cooking, I wouldn't want to do hospitality because no one would want to eat it. I've always been, a pretty good cook. People have always enjoyed my cooking, but nobody wants to eat my food anymore. Nobody. I don't even enjoy it that much, but I just eat it because I'm well, it's good for me. And so I realized that in order to be in line with my husband's vision of just joyful time as a family and, joyful hospitality and stuff like that, that I really needed to scale back, to be willing to take a step back and say, my family is more important than the food I put in my body. And the stress and fighting that the way I was eating was causing is not worth it, So, some good things did come about by this. I mean, I found some, not a ton because they're picky, but some things that my children do that are healthy. I found some websites I like that the children will eat the food. And I found a lot of things that I enjoy that I will continue to do in the future. I am trying to strike a balance between giving up altogether and only eating organic soaked grains every day. I have to have a balance, and that's something I'm working towards. So basically, I guess in a nutshell, I would say, what does your husband think? If he's totally not on board with you changing how your family eats right now, you want to be considerate of that. You want to talk to him. You know, if this is really something you're really into, maybe you'll be able to find a balance. You know, for example, in my house, my husband is down with healthy fats like butter and coconut oil. And so that's something I know I can keep. My kids are down with soaked oatmeal, so I know that that's one grain I can keep soaking. And we'll talk about that in some future videos. But basically, try to find a balance. What does your husband want? Try to find a balance between your goals and his, and do things incrementally. And if your husband's like, hey, it tastes like garbage, then even if it is a little better for him, don't make it again. Because, you know, you're not doing him any favors if he won't even eat the food. You're not getting that health into him. So, that's a little bit personal, but I just want to share with you guys that struggle that I've been having, and to encourage you guys to prioritize, because your husband, your children, your time with your friends, this is more important than what you're eating. There is always a balance that can be struck. You don't have to do absolutely everything if it's not going to work for your family. So find a balance. Find some things that do work for you. Do those. And don't worry if you can't do everything, especially if it's causing strife in your household, because that peace is really what we're seeking after as homemakers. So I hope that this was encouraging. I don't know if any of you are struggling with the same thing, but feel free to shoot me an email. And I hope you guys are excited for this Healthy Living series. And this is Joyful Help Me. God bless.